Hey, afternoon, guys. This is Kent here in Kent Cherry on Blessed Farm, and on things we like and don't like to can. Be right back with you. Hey, guys, I'm back. This is Kent here at Blessed Farm. My wife Sherry wasn't able to make it here today and go over this video with you, and the things that we like, and the things we don't like. I know I'm a guy, and all these gals here on the collaboration, but I got some history for you. Got some big history. Help me slide in the door. Goes all the way back to the late 1700s. Do we all know who discovered how to can the canning process? Well, I just happen to know some of that useless knowledge that I may have. Well, it was Napoleon's Persian confection chef. All right. He came up with a way to preserve food for the troops from Napoleon. All right. So took him 15 years, though, because Napoleon put out a contest, a prize of 12,000 francs of whoever could preserve the food for his troops for a long period of time. Well, this same chef, Nicholas Appert, A-P-P-E-R-T, took 15 years till he figured out a way that it wasn't the oxygen getting to the food making it bad. It was the enzymes in the bacteria that was causing the food to spoil. So anyway, he won the prize, and he also is well known now for the one that discovered how to can and process food. So there you go. So that kind of slid me in the door. A man figured it out, and the rest of us now take advantage of it. So anyway, here we go. Things that we like to can and things we don't. We like to can just about everything. All right. I'm going to go over the don'ts first. All right. Well, the first thing that we really don't like, hot dogs. They just don't taste good. They get soggy in what they already are. And smoked sausage. It has a bad taste to me. And I mean, we don't even can it at all. And then one other thing that we're not going to make ever again probably. I had this in my mind. We had an abundance of cantaloupe one summer. And I made like pear butter, but I did cantaloupe butter. It was okay. It tasted just like apple butter, pear butter, tastes just like the rest of them. So, I mean, if you do have an abundance of cantaloupe, you can always go there and use that as cantaloupe butter. It was good to spread on toast and, bread, but it really wasn't good. It was kind of an orangish brown. It really didn't look appetizing in the morning. So, those are the three things that we will never can again. So let me go over what we do like to can. This year in our garden, and if y'all followed us and watched, we had an abundance of tomatoes this year, and okra and squash. We had squash coming out of our ears. We froze so much, canned so much, in any different ways. Well, here's one, our homemade salsa from all the ingredients from our garden. We love the way this tastes. My girls just love it. Everyone that tastes it, everyone that tries it said they just love it. So our salsa. And the same thing is, first year for this, and I'll link the video up here, our rotel. Oh my goodness. This is 100% better than what you would ever buy in the store. And in the store, it's anywhere from 89 cents to $1.29. We have about 5 cents in this whole thing of rotel. And we use rotel on everything. Because my wife makes a whole bunch of yummy, yummy, yummy Mexican food, Spanish food. All right, so we're always going to can that. And right along with that is tomato sauce. We use tomato sauce in our Spanish rice, in our dishes, and I mean, we use it in everything. And I didn't get one here. Spaghetti sauces. All of our spaghetti sauces, the only thing we don't put our meat in the sauce. We always brown the meat and put the meat in after we add the sauce. After we open it up and put it in the pan, and then we add our meat to it. We don't can the meat in our spaghetti sauce. Tomato paste, anything to do with tomatoes, we'll continue to can that. One of my favorites, and my girls' favorites, is strawberry preserves, strawberry jellies, strawberry preserves. They're starting to get away from the preserves because they don't like the little seeds getting between their teeth. So we're going to jellies and that kind of thing. So we're going to have to get the juice off of all these. All right. But any kind of preservative, blackberry preserves, what's it called? blueberry, blackberry, strawberry is the big thing here in my house. All right. Pie filling. I don't know if y'all can see that there. Blueberry pie filling. All them yummy blueberries. We went out to we don't have blueberries on the farm here, but we have a local farm here that has abundance of trees and that kind of thing. So we go there and pick blueberries for cents on the dollar. And we freeze a lot, use a lot, blueberry muffins, that kind of thing. But put it in for pie filling, all right? So it's pretty yummy that way. Here's one of the things we had this year. Crooked neck squash. Crooked neck squash. We blanch it and then can it, and then we've taken it out, dried it off with a little towel, and then we've battered it and deep fried it like we do, you know, deep fried squash. And it's just as crunchy as it was from when we did it fresh. So you can it and pull it out later, dry it off a little bit, batter it, fry it up, tastes just as good. So squash was a real big hit this year. Here's my favorite of all favorites. Pole beans, bush beans, string beans, bean runners, Kentucky runners, any kind of green bean, wax bean, any kind of bean. I love these green beans. I don't think this one here, we did have beef broth in here, bone broth. We didn't put the bacon in here, or I don't think we put the onions either, just the beans. The beans and the bouillon broth, you know, the beef broth. And then when we cook them up, that's when we add the bacon and the onions to it to give it the flavor that we like. And then we cook it for about, I don't know, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, real slow, simmer it. It takes on the flavor of the bacon and the onions and the onion. If you're way down south in New Orleans, here in Texas, call them onions. So the green beans, that's like, at my house, we eat these at least 3 times a week, if not more. Love green beans. I'm going to show you in pickles. Cucumbers, forgot to tell you, we had an abundance of pickles every single year here. They grow wonderful here in Northeast Texas. We did the spears this year of dill pickles, and we had a new recipe, and I'll put the recipe here. It really turned out good. We did everything from scratch. We used dill. We actually got dill out of the garden, and see right down in there our garlic from the garden right here. And y'all probably seen the garlic video that just put out. That's our garlic right there. And our cucumbers, and we pickled it up, and boy, these are good. I don't eat dill pickles, but the rest of my family loves it. The sourer that it can get, the better they love it. So the dill pickles. And then here's my favorite of all favorites. This is my mother's recipe. Couldn't tell you how old the recipe is. My mom is 92. So she's had this recipe for a while. Bread and butter pickles. Oh my goodness. It's just wonderful. And I did a video on that also. If you like, I'll link it up here or down below. Give you a recipe on the bread and butter pickles. I'll do this forever. I'll make these forever. Me and the wife, my oldest son, we like these. My girls don't like the sweet pickles. They like all these sour, make faces kind of pickles. But we love the bread and butter ones, so we'll do this. And then this year, I figured I'd do some soup canning. Onion soup or onion soup, potato soup, vegetable soup, stews. But this is my daughter's most favorite. She went off this year to college, and she was telling her mama, she said, I really want some of your potato soup. So she said, okay, you come home this weekend and we'll make it. So sure enough, she came home that weekend, and she said, boy, could you freeze some? I take it back to school with me. So I was like, sure. So I got to thinking, what if her freezer goes out, or if she gets stopped on the way to school and the soup will go bad. So I went online, looked up a way to cook and can potato soup, and I took some of the soup off our big pot. We usually do this big, huge pot of soup, and I canned it up hot. Pressure cooked or pressure canned it, and put away pints like this for her to take back to school. Now all she has to do is go over to her little kitchen there in the dorm, pour it in her pan, warm her up, that or put it in, she can do it in her dorm room. She can put it in the Tupperware thing and slide it in her microwave and warm her up some homemade mama's potato soup. So that's what we did. Potato soup came out great. Everything's wonderful. So I told you it's going to be a quick one. These are mostly all of our favorites. I mean, we got tons more stuff. I mean, carrots, potatoes. Most of our potatoes I do like to do down at Deep South Homestead. We pull our potatoes and our things out of the garden, and we have drying racks, and we leave those on the drying racks throughout the winter and the spring, because our winter here is kind of mild. So we don't can a lot of our potatoes, you know, and the carrots some. I like to keep the carrots crunchy. So, you know, you can put them on inside of a tote with sand on top. Kind of keeps it a little bit better, and they stay crunchy, you know. And then you can also keep the carrot tops that way. And I just saw another video about that on how to make pesto with the carrot tops. So I'm going to try that. That'd probably be a good idea. But anyway, that's how we make our soups. That's the things that we really enjoy. These things we eat daily, especially all the tomato stuff, the tomato products. That's what we use the most. So that's how we do it here at Blessed Farm. I really appreciate Heather over there at Needy Homestead letting us be a part of this. I know she was expecting my wife Sherry, but I thought I'd throw a curve in there and jump in there and be a guy, you know. But hey, I read to you told you about how and why that I should be able to be on here with you, because back in the day, Napoleon's chef, he's the one who discovered how to can. So I figured y'all wouldn't mind. Y'all let me squeeze in this collaboration with you. With all the other ones, you need to go out there, and I'll link everybody down below, just like Heather did. Her homestead, and More to Life Homestead, Linda's Pantry, Vicky's Country Home, was it Teasers Pleasers, Diana, the Canning Nana, and I know I'm going to mess this one up. I don't even know what it is. Delilah, TN. I'm pretty sure you're in Tennessee. But anyway, just everybody that was involved, I really appreciate it. I hope it didn't bore you. I hope you like some of the things that we like and the few things that we don't like. Mostly hot dog sausage and cantaloupe preserves, or cantaloupe butter. But I hope y'all enjoyed this. I appreciate that y'all letting me be a part of this. And you can see us here, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I appreciate y'all. Y'all live really well. And of course, and always, God bless every one of y'all. See y'all real soon.